What if the walking routine you've relied on for years is actually missing the three critical components your body needs most after 65? Here is something that completely changed how I approach senior fitness after reviewing breakthrough research from physical therapy journals. A 2024 systematic review published in the medRxiv database analyzed 47 studies involving 23,584 participants and discovered something that transformed the entire rehabilitation community's approach. Fall prevention interventions that combined multiple targeted exercises reduced fall rates by 20% compared to standard approaches. These exercises may help support your ability to live independently as you age. Research from the European Journal of Aging and Physical Activity tells us something that fundamentally shifted my understanding. While walking is wonderful for cardiovascular health, it can be complemented by training 3 additional systems that help support independence after 65: eccentric strength and multidirectional stability. Balance-focused exercise programs show dramatically superior results in functional assessments when added to regular walking routines. Studies demonstrate that balance scores improved significantly and the ability to recover from a stumble increased substantially with targeted exercises. But here's what really matters to you. The number 1 exercise on this list takes just 90 seconds to perform, requires zero equipment. And according to research published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine in 2022, it's one of the best indicators of overall health and functional ability in middle-aged and older adults. People who could perform this exercise well showed significantly better health outcomes over the next decade. Full research references are included in the description for those who love evidence more than theory. Before we dive in, drop a comment right now telling us your age and the one physical activity you want to keep doing for the next 20 years. Now, let's get into these 5 exercises that physiotherapists recommend for supporting independence and mobility after 65. Number 5. Seated leg extensions. Seated leg extensions address a critical weakness that walking completely misses. Research consistently shows that after age 65, your quadriceps muscles lose strength faster than most other muscle groups. These are the exact muscles you need to stand from a chair, climb stairs, or catch yourself if you start to fall. Multiple studies on resistance training in older adults have found that those who performed leg strengthening exercises several times weekly 402 to 12 weeks increased their stair climbing ability and chair stand performance substantially. Research from institutions studying sarcopenia shows that participants with strong knee extensors were significantly less likely to need assistance with basic activities of daily living. Here's the proper technique. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor. Slowly extend your right leg straight out, contracting the muscle on top of your thigh. Straighten your knee completely until your leg is parallel to the floor. Hold for 2 full seconds. This creates an isometric contraction at the muscle's shortened position, building strength in the exact range you need for standing and walking. Lower your leg back down, taking a full 3 seconds to descend. This eccentric training builds strength while protecting your joints. Don't let your foot touch the floor between repetitions. Perform 10 to 12 repetitions on one leg. Then switch. Keep your back pressed firmly against the chair throughout. Your toes should point straight up. Start with body weight only for 2 weeks. Once you can perform 15 repetitions with perfect form, add a 1-pound ankle weight. Research from the Strong study and similar trials shows that adults in their 70s and 80s can double their muscle strength or more with proper progressive resistance training. Number 4. Isometric wall push. The isometric wall push is revolutionizing how physiotherapists think about upper body strength after research on fall prevention consistently shows that upper body pushing strength is critically important for maintaining independence. Those with strong pushing ability are significantly less likely to experience serious injuries from falls because they can effectively break their fall. But there's something more important happening. The isometric wall push activates your deep core stabilizers in a way walking never touches. Research comparing different exercise modalities shows that isometric exercises produce substantially higher core muscle activation than dynamic movements like walking. Here's the technique. Stand facing a wall at arm's length. Place both palms flat against the wall at shoulder height and shoulder width apart. Push against the wall as hard as you comfortably can without moving your body. Push with about 70% of your maximum effort. You should feel engagement through your chest, shoulders, arms, and core. Hold this pushing force for 10 seconds while breathing normally through your nose. Never hold your breath during isometric exercises. Rest for 10 seconds, then repeat. Perform 5 total holds. Isometric training builds tremendous strength without stressing your joints. Advanced variation. Once you can comfortably hold for 10 seconds, try the single arm push. Place only your right hand on the wall and push for 6 seconds. Then switch arms. If you're still with us and finding this helpful, type number 4 in the comments so I know you're there. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Number 3. Chair squats. Before you worry about your knees, systematic reviews of resistance training for knee osteoarthritis have found that properly performed squatting exercises were not only safe for people with knee problems, but actually reduced knee pain and improved knee function significantly. Chair squats target your glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, core, and back muscles in one coordinated pattern. But here's why they're beneficial after 65. The sit-to-stand movement happens 50 to 60 times daily. Research has shown that maintaining the ability to stand from a chair without using your arms is associated with better overall health outcomes. A landmark 2012 study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology on the sitting-rising test found strong correlations between movement ability and long-term health in older adults. Here's the proper form. Start with a sturdy chair that puts your knees at 90 degrees when seated. Stand in front with feet hip-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward for balance. Initiate the movement by pushing your hips backward first, as if closing a car door behind you with your backside. This hip hinge pattern engages your glutes rather than overloading your knees. Lower yourself slowly, taking 3 to 4 seconds to descend. Lightly tap the chair seat with your glutes, but don't sit down. Immediately reverse direction and drive back up. Push through your heels and squeeze your glutes. Take 2 seconds to stand up. Start with 5 repetitions and build to 15. Studies on functional training in older adults show that those performing chair squats regularly increase their lower body power substantially. Research from JAMA in 2011 established that walking speed is a meaningful indicator of overall health in older adults. For every 0.1 meters per second increase in walking speed, health outcomes improve significantly. Before we continue to the top 2 exercises, if you're finding value in this information, hit that like button so more seniors can discover this routine and subscribe. We're releasing powerful senior health content every week. Number 2. Heel-to-toe walking. Heel-to-toe walking targets proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space without looking. Research on falls in older adults consistently identifies proprioceptive decline as one of the primary factors contributing to increased fall risk after age 65. This exercise forces your brain to recalibrate your spatial awareness with every step. Studies on balance training interventions have found that participants who practiced narrow-based walking exercises showed substantial improvements in balance assessments and significant reductions in near-fall incidents. Tandem gait training activates the cerebellum and vestibular system far more than normal walking. Here's the technique. Find a clear hallway or use a straight line on the floor. Stand with feet together and arms relaxed. Step forward with your right foot, placing your right heel directly in front of your left toes. They should be touching or nearly touching. This narrow base creates the balance challenge. Bring your left foot forward, placing your left heel against your right toes. Continue for 20 steps. Keep your eyes focused about 6 feet ahead, not down at your feet. Looking ahead forces your vestibular system, vision, and proprioception to work together. Perform this exercise next to a wall if you feel unsteady. Advanced progression. Once you can walk 20 steps easily, try doing it with eyes closed for just 5 steps. Research demonstrates that balance training with visual input removed produces significantly greater improvements than eyes open training. If you're still watching and this helps, type number 2 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Your support keeps us going. Number 1. Single leg stance. The single leg stance is the exercise I mentioned at the beginning that may indicate overall functional ability better than many other assessments. A groundbreaking 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine by Araujo and colleagues followed adults aged 51 to 75 over a 7-year period. The research found that the ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds was associated with better overall health outcomes. Those who couldn't perform the test showed concerning health indicators compared to those who could maintain the position. Every single step you take requires balancing on one leg for a brief moment. Yet most people never train this ability directly. Research has established that adults over 65 spend only fractions of a second on each leg during normal walking. When they practiced single-leg balance and improved their stability time, their overall walking stability improved dramatically. The single-leg stance trains 3 critical systems simultaneously. First, it strengthens the small stabilizer muscles in your ankle, knee, and hip. Second, it trains your vestibular system, the balance organ in your inner ear. Third, it forces your brain to process sensory information rapidly and make constant micro-adjustments to maintain equilibrium. Here's how to perform it safely. Start by standing next to a sturdy counter or chair back. Stand tall with feet hip-width apart. Slowly lift your right foot just a few inches off the ground, bending your knee to about 90 degrees. Your lifted foot should hover near your opposite ankle. Don't lean to either side. Try to maintain this position for up to 30 seconds. Even a light fingertip touch provides significant stability while still delivering benefits. Focus your eyes on a fixed point straight ahead, at eye level. Breathe normally throughout. After 30 seconds, switch to the other leg. Research on balance training consistently shows that older adults who initially struggled with single-leg stance could achieve 30-second holds after just 8 weeks of daily practice. Practice twice daily for the first week, 30 seconds per leg, even if you need to hold on the entire time. By week 2, reduce counter contact to 1 or 2 fingers. By week 3, aim for light fingertip touches only when you wobble. By week 4, many achieve 10 to 15 seconds of unsupported balance. Advanced variations include standing on one leg with eyes closed, starting with just 5 seconds. Research shows balance exercises without visual input are substantially more challenging and produce dramatically better improvements in fall prevention. Or try the single-leg stance on an unstable surface like a folded towel, mimicking real-world uneven ground. Studies using functional brain imaging have found that after consistent balance training, participants showed increased activation in brain areas responsible for motor planning, spatial awareness, and predictive balance control. Your brain learns to anticipate and prevent falls before they happen rather than just reacting. So there you have it, 5 exercises that take just a few minutes, but deliver results that surpass traditional hour-long walking routines. The total routine looks like this. Single leg stance, 30 seconds per leg, twice per side. That's 2 minutes. Heel to toe walking, 20 steps forward and back. That's 3 minutes. Chair squats, 2 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions with 60-second rest. That's 4 minutes. Seated leg extensions, 2 sets of 12 repetitions per leg. That's 5 minutes. Finish with isometric wall push, 5 holds of 10 seconds each. That's 2 minutes. The key to success isn't perfection, but consistency and progression. Start where you are right now, even if that means modified versions or fewer repetitions. Which of these 5 exercises surprised you most? And which one will you start with today? Drop a comment below and let me know what specific physical goal you're working toward. If this video has given you value, hit that subscribe button because we're releasing evidence-based senior fitness content like this every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, where we're recovering the 3 balance mistakes that are actually increasing your fall risk.